Hey guys, Mr. Page here. Today I'm gonna be jumping into the Mythic ladder with mono blue tempo. Earlier today, you can see on your screen here that I tested out a Gates deck I found on Channel Fireball, and it did not go well at all. Only 2 wins and looks like 9 losses. Horrible. Really tanked my rating there. Went from what were we, 311, and now we're sitting around 950. So that went poorly. I switched to mono blue a little bit at the end of that session to try to recover. We're gonna keep on that journey right now. So the list I'm using is slightly different than my video. I'll link the other video down in the description if you want a full deck tech on mono blue tempo. The only change I've made from that video was I did cut an island for the 4th Spell Pierce. And I did that trying to take advantage of the hand smoothing algorithm in Best of 1. If we can cheat on lands a little bit deeper, I think that'll work in our advantage. It might be wrong, but we're gonna give it a shot. So, enough of jimmer jammering, let's get to some games. Okay, so we got 2 drop in Obsession. Not great. I'm gonna keep it though. Looks like we're up against red, so Obsession draws weren't gonna work out anyways. Trickster heavy draw might work. You do want to play this match in full control. We don't need to let them know we have Tricksters. I'll leave a 1-drop on top. Djinn's a very good draw. We're just going to pass through and trade a Trickster off. It's tempting to do the Siren there to trade with the 2-1, but I wanted to stay mana efficient. And actually, with 3 mana up, I'm not going to try to block it. I've played this match a lot, and almost always your turn 2 Trickster, who you try to ambush with, just gets shocked. Shocked or Wizard's Lightning, or they got so many different things, so tapping it down will save us 2 damage. This guy's probably still going to die. There we go. We got a Chain Whirler. So very good that we didn't do the Stormtamer. So this turn, I'm going to go Stormtamer and keep up Counterspell or Trickster. Probably tapping down the Chain Whirler before combat. Maybe not. I think I might take this hit just to try to. I'd rather Wizard's Retort something good. Another 3-drop or 4-drop. Although I guess with 4 cards in his hand, the 4-drop wouldn't be too big of a deal. Unless he's running Phoenix. Some people have started running Phoenix. Go a little bigger with the red deck. He's thinking a lot. What does that indicate? Where's he going from here? Another Chain Whirler? This feels like another Chain Whirler. Yeah, I'm gonna save the Wizard's Retort, I think, here. We'll take this trade. Immune to feature Chain Whirlers. Get him off the table. Oh, now our Retort's turned off, derp. was definitely just the wrong play. A little rusty with the mono blue deck. I logged a lot of games with this deck, but played a ton of Drakes after that. We're down to 8, but he's down to 1 card. We should be at 3 more though, if we had played this properly. Okay, so options are we can get a card. I think we're getting a card. We'll see what we draw. Ideally, I'd like to draw probably something we can chump block with. No, we draw Spell Pierce. I think I'm going to pass. We're going to drop to 5. And then if we can counter both of these cards, I think we'll be in good shape. So hopefully they're sorceries and he can't wait. He is waiting. Can't wait forever though. We'll get our Djinn blocker out. Tempted to use up the Spell Pierce here, I think. We'll use it while we can. If we get stuck in a situation where one bird spell kills us, the Spell Pierce isn't likely to help out. This lets us get another chump blocker out too. So now if he does swing, we won't give him the Djinn, we'll just chump block. Although, actually, I will give him the Djinn. The Trickster's keeping us in the game, I think, so... Yeah, he was just going to go face anyways. Like, if the Djinn ate a burn spell, it would have been fantastic. So the Whirler actually gets in the way of our Trickster here, too. Don't need that. How many instants are we up to? 3 instants / sorceries. So who wants to attack? These two, and I chump block. Yeah, we need to make this game end. We only need to keep one Retort up, obviously. With his hand being empty. This is the only spell we need to counter. I hate playing in full control, it's annoying, but... I climbed all the way up the ladder into Mythic, telling myself I would only start using full control as soon as somebody played around a card I had. And it took a long time, but eventually somebody did... not attack into a Trickster I had into my hand with their Lava Runner. Don't think he's played a Lava Runner yet, but Trickster's so good at eating the 2/2 that gets +1 attack if he has 2 instants in his graveyard. And I mean, it was telegraphed. Like the way the game pauses for you, it was very clear I had it. So that's why you have to play full control to mask that kind of information. kind of annoying that he's still in my game. There. I do like that matchup overall. I think it's a positive one. 877. See if we can get a win streak and get back into like top 400 for this session would be good, I think. See here, I'm now at 60% against red deck wins. 45 and 30. I've played that matchup a lot. This hand, I think this hand's fine. Playing against red again. So this Djinn is going to be how we win the game, if we do end up winning this game. Send out Sacrificial Pteramander. We just want somebody to get an Essence Capture token. If we do get to Essence Capture a Chain Whirler, it'll be amazing. Not the ideal guy to put the +1/+1 counter on, because it turns off his adapt, but... Okay, looks like our guy's getting Wizard Lightninged. But still, we can Essence Capture this guy here. That's what we'll do. Alternatively, we could just play the Biomancer. No, I think I want to Essence Capture. Gotta turn full control on here. So now there's a chance, you know, he can outplay himself here and not attack. Thinking we have Trickster. But he did not. Either he has the proper read or just didn't think about it. Really need to find a land here, and I think I'll go Biomancer. I'd love to have protection up for our Djinn. It's particularly important against red because you actually 2-for-1 them with your defensive spell. Fortunately, we're mana screwed. So I'm just gonna play him and try to snipe something with Spell Pierce. Uncommon inclusion in the deck. There's lane number 3. So now we can double block, leaving mana up. Biomancer going down. Let's just get use of a dive down. It's pretty hard to get equity out of multiple dive downs, so we'll jump on that opportunity. Still would love, obviously, to keep one for the Djinn, but. The Spell Pierce could defend the Djinn just as well. We're too low to let it in, so we're going to double block. And I think I just have to let this go. Dive Down's just far too vulnerable to a burn spell there. So if we draw a land, great, we've got this. If we draw not a land, then we do whatever the not a land is. Yeah. The bad thing here would be if we draw like a Curious Obsession. Quench. What do we do with Quench? I'm gonna get a read that he doesn't have burn. I'm gonna assume we're gonna take this hit. We'll go to 8. I don't want him to draw the burn to kill the Djinn. But I think if he had burn like shocks, he probably would have gone for the defensive shock on one of the 2 creatures blocking his guy. He might not have. This might not be a good read. He might have been too afraid of Spell Pierce and Dive Down. Not many people run that. I don't think it's right to play around Lava Coil, but maybe the Spear coming down should have told us, hey, this is a non-standard build. And now we can't race this. There's no way. That Spear is gonna kill us before we can possibly come back. If we have won that game, obviously, actually hitting our lands would let us defend the Djinn. I don't know if that game was winnable, because we never did hit the 4th mana to actually wait and defend the Djinn. I could have pulled the trigger on the Dive Down when we did the double block. That might have been the path to win that game. I'm not sure. This is a fairly mediocre hand. I don't want to go to 6 though. The fact that it actually has a creature makes it keepable, I think. Evolving Wilds. That's not a card I've ever seen. Guess we'll keep Essence Capture up. I don't know what plays Evolving Wild. I guess he's 96%. So he's playing some sort of homebrew. Which I think is better to hold Essence Capture against a homebrew rather than go for opt into Curious Obsession there. Forgot to turn on full control. Stormtamer, no thanks. Not a great draw, but this Trickster will increase our clock enough to actually be kind of relevant. It's obviously a bad clock, but 3 damage a turn. Might be able to win a game. Going heavy on the life gain cantrips. This clock's particularly bad if he keeps gaining life like that. What are we doing down here? We got one. Quench or Spell Pierce? What do you think? I think we'll Quench. Spell Pierce is just good against non-creatures, and we get the capture if he does start throwing angels at us, which is certainly likely from a homebrew blue-white deck. Search resolves. I'd love for him to try to kill one of these guys. Get a dive down into my graveyard profitably. We're 2 instants / lands away from... Oh, there's the dive down I wanted. Or the dive down application I wanted. So now we're only 1 more instant away from being able to flip this guy. Obviously, we likely don't want to tap out to flip it, so we want a little more than that. But our clock gets very real when we can adapt the Pteramander. Being very patient with these last 4 cards. Almost got his Escanta flipped. So flip is on the table now. We're not going to tap out to flip though, especially after drawing a pure counterspell. Our goal here is to just counter, win the game with these guys, a counter or whatever he does to stop us. I can't tap out to activate him. I want to. But he'll just get hit with a seal away. I need to not be the one to blink first. Invoke the Divine. That one doesn't even cycle. That just plain old gained him 4 life. Flips the Escanta. It's going to recover that card disadvantage. Come on, buddy. Play something for me. Thank you. Why can't I target the bot? Oh, that's a trigger, right? It's already out. Now he's tapped low too, so we can activate end of turn here. One blue mana's not going to punish us. not going to commit anything else. This board's already lethal. Oops, bad thing about full control. So we'd love to see him activate his kata. That means he doesn't have an answer. He has an answer, but luckily we can essence capture it. He doesn't have the mana to activate. Power the absorb, keep him from gaining the life as well. We got him. We're definitely calling that question mark, though. That's not. We're not counting that as a win against Azorius Egg control. Not that Azorius control is all that real, but what do we got here? Nothing. We're gonna have to start doing way better than trading wins and losses to actually climb. This hand's not bad. This texture when you go... Okay, so against most decks, the army of 1-drops isn't bad. But we're just gonna plain lose to Chain Whirler. Look, this hand's not beating Chain Whirler. This isn't a coward stream. We dare him to have Chain Whirler. I dare you to Chain Whirler. That's right. I mean, we're still in trouble. We're doing hardcore Dirtle Town. Okay, so we might have dared him a little too hard to Chain Whirler us. We are just totally fucked. The 1/1 hand does not beat Mono Red. I don't even know if a Djinn off the top would be enough. We're taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we can just, we can move on. He had an amazing draw. We did not. We had a draw that would have been fine against like a control deck or whatever, but like turn 2 having 3 attack power in the air can win, but it's never going to win against red decks. Okay. We're finally getting our session draw here. See if we can get a free win. Might be against red again, where this doesn't tend to line up well. But against red, we do have the Trickster. So we're up against a mulligan. Breeding pool. Definitely go for this against breeding pool. Get some protection out. We don't have the mana to protect him yet, but We're going to save all our mana here and go for a Trickster. Ooh, never mind. We'll go for that because it's capture. The other option that was on the table was just Trickstering this guy's ability away, so he doesn't get the benefit, but this is far better. We could diversify, but I think I'd rather pile onto him. That way this guy's a sacrificial lamb. Getting a little sloppy for going the full control here. Spell Pierce is good against these guys. They've got fine finality, and they've got a lot of planeswalkers. We might be getting slightly punished for that land trim into another Spell Pierce. We can make do with 3 lands. Add a Pteramander to the board. Deny him his life gain. Spread out the obsessions. Offer this trade. Draw 2 cards. No coming back. Soul time in range. We get a win. 867. So against Sultai, we're looking at a 59% win rate. That's fairly good. A couple losses in the recent past here to red. Oh man, that whole game I had the spreadsheet up. My bad. Well, if the spreadsheet wants to be a part of the video, let's let it be a part of the video. Let's see here. So let's go for a summary on mono blue tempo. Let's see how this matchup shake note. So we'll trim off from the charts here. We want to see at least 5 games before we'll count the percentage valid. So what are we looking at? We have equal number of losses to... Okay, the mirror match isn't valid. That's counting both sides. But red deck wins, we've got most of our losses from, but it's a 58% win rate, so it's not a bad matchup, it's just we've played it 77 times, so that's where a lot of our losses are coming from. Drakes actually seems horrible, but there aren't very many Drakes, so I think it's still fine to play mono blue. If mono blue starts making a comeback, though, I think switching to Drakes is certainly valid. What else do we got here? Esper is a positive matchup, not a hugely positive one. Azorius aggro, we're even against them. White Weenie, we're even. It's kind of the same deck. Sultai midrange, we're positive, and we're seeing a lot of that lately. Jeskai control, we're quite positive, and Gruul aggro. Surprisingly positive, but only 6 games. So let's take a look at the full chart here. Now that's in no particular order. I have to go to constructed games, sort by prevalence. And now we go back here and it'll be sorted by the amount of times they occurred. The break here is actually decks I've played. So I've put in results with the ones above the break here. So mono blue tempo seems good except against Drakes. Drakes has the same overall win rate. It's been getting crushed by Gates. And I don't think it's very good against Esper. Yeah. So if we can get a read on the metagame, it seems like the difference between Mono Blue and Drakes is if you're seeing Esper, you want to play Mono Blue. If you're seeing Drakes, you want to play Drakes. You want to avoid Mono Blue. Seems to be the biggest difference here. So I think Mono Blue is where we want to be. There's a lot more Esper running around than Drakes. So we'll end this video here. Actually, let's take a quick look. We'll unsort this. Just undo that. So, in the last little while, what have we been facing? Lots of red. Mono Blue seems to have fallen off completely. Nobody's playing it. There's a Mono Blue there. And that was last night in a tournament. So all of my play today, I didn't face any Mono Blue. So I think playing Mono Blue right now is the place to be. Cool. So I'm gonna end the video here. But I think I am gonna keep grinding Mono Blue after I get this edited together. Good to know we're in the right spot. I guess potentially Esper Control is the right spot. Unfortunately, I don't have the data for it. I haven't played it. I don't have the cards. It's ridiculously expensive. There's like 30 rares I would need. Stupid Esper Control. My name is Mr. Page, and I hope you've enjoyed this strategy page on the Mythic Ladder Climb, the quest for top 8. See you next time. Oh, like and subscribe. That helps me. Helps you too. Helps you find more videos like this. Helps me find more great viewers like you. It's a win-win. See you later.